Hello, hello. Checking. 1, 2. 1, 2. Cha cha cha. Welcome everybody. Welcome in. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you're watching this after the fact, welcome. Tonight I'm just working on commission. Doing some commission work. Just hanging out, doing some drawing. Just need to close a tab really quick so I can see chat. And close all my other tabs. You guys have a lot of tabs open in Chrome or whatever browser you use. Yeah, that's me. But lots of tabs make it really hard to stream. So let me close them real quick. And pull up the stream so I can see chat nice and big. It's been a while since I've streamed. I think there's been so much going on. So bear with me. Show recordings. Where's... Huh? Okay. I usually like to just look at the chat in my own window, but I'll just pull up the stream myself. Hey, there's 26 of you guys here. Welcome. I'm about to finally see chat so I can interact with you guys. Wait, what? Comments are turned off. Nah. Hey, welcome. What is that? Mange Tout and Hunch Such. You guys have the most difficult names for me to pronounce today. Welcome. You made it. Welcome. Happy to see you all. Alright, so yeah, finally got everything here. Hunts is fine? Okay, cool. This is actually kind of nice. Like I wish I could show you guys. All I have to do to see chat is to look to the right. I just want to get the text to be a bit bigger. I guess that's alright for now. Alright. I just need to pull up some stuff on my phone really quick. How are you guys doing tonight? I've been looking forward to this stream. I want to go ahead and say I'm going to be back much more often. Finally made it through a lot of just challenging stuff and finally have the bandwidth to get back to streaming and making videos. One sec, it's taking me a bit longer to find the last bit of reference I need. Okay, awesome. How intimate. Yeah, this commission is going to be really fun. It's a very, very intimate, very sensual style. Wait. Why did these get shifted? Oh, it's just because of how Procreate converts the texts. It's no big deal. Just raster them. Ooh, I've never seen that before. Am I mirroring the iPad to a Mac that I'm streaming from? Yes, so it's not too complicated. So basically there's PureRef that I have on my computer in front of me. It's not the best setup because I have to Like, what I really would like is to do this. That's a lot easier for me to see. It's not very pretty for the stream layout, but I didn't have time to change it. So yeah, I don't think there's an easy solution to that. But yeah, so this is on my Mac. It's really convenient to stream your iPad when you have a MacBook. People always ask, and I'm just like, oh, I wish I could help you, but yeah, it took me a long time to figure this out too. But once I found out all you need is a MacBook, then I was like, okay, I'm sold. I know the client for this is gonna be gonna be here, but I'm not gonna call them out if they don't want to be known. But if you're here, just wanted to say I appreciate you. Mac is for sure made for designers. Yeah, for sure. You actually like that much better. The way for pure ref? Man, I need to try doing the shorter lag. Like this? Like just the bigger. Right, it's almost perfect, but then this whole section of the iPad you can't see. Oh, hey Eva. I was like, wait, it feels like I have to get my mouse in this weird position. Oh, okay, you did say I made it, so I was like, is that Yeva or I can't tell. Yvonne is fine as well. Oh, okay, cool. That should have been obvious. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, so, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. Big fan. Big Final Fantasy fan. What's your favorite Final Fantasy? Why did the 5B text disappear? I guess I'm just gonna be lazy and draw it. What's up, Jadu? What's crazy, crack? I'm surprised no one's freaking out about me like tracing on these references yet. I was planning for people to make that part of the lecture here. But I think by the end of the commission, it'll be pretty obvious that it's not really something to worry about. It's just what you do at this high level. It's a secret that they don't want you to know about. Actually, I need to be careful with the size of this. Oh, it's already really big. How many layers can I have? 32? That's a bit too big for now, but I don't want to reduce it because of the reference images. I'm just gonna make some notes on these right now. Mac You teach, so a MacBook and iPad was just the correct way to go for digital art. Yep, that's it. We catch up on chat a little bit. Am I Ghanaian? I feel like I remember resemble some of your cousins. No, Jadnu, you're not too far off. I'm Nigerian. Yeah. I know many Nigerians would take extreme offense to that, but I mean, it's either Nigerian or Ghanaian, you know. Nigerian or Ghanaian jollof rice. Regal Boy asks, you got a quick dumb question stuck in the practicing loop, but you finally want to make a character design, however you're using CSP 3D model base. Is it just... No, it's not. I know some artists that are really great that feel a bit off about it, but I think even them, it's a personal choice. It's not like they look down on people who do it. Does that make sense? Like, it's just... Basically, you want to get to the point where your final result doesn't look like you used a Clip Studio Paint drawing. You know what I mean? Like a Clip Studio Paint model. As long as you're not like, it doesn't look obvious, then it's fine. Hey, Yevon, you mentioned, do you want the male character looking at the camera? Is that what you mentioned? When I cracked my knuckles, was it that loud? Welcome, Aira. Oh, wow. Looks like we have two Ghanaians. I assumed you're also Ghanaian, Jadu. It's not a secret anymore. You feel like you skip tracing because you want to get better at mentally breaking down stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. What's up, Cheffer Records? Looking at the camera. Oh, yeah, that's dramatic. I like that. Okay, I got you. But the 5/8 pose. Gotcha. That makes the most sense here. Okay. What are all these layers for? Oh, that's the backup. Your name is Zenok. Oh, that's a cool name. I've never heard of that name before. Zeng? Oh, wow. We just got the Ghanaian. What time is it? Wait, I'm assuming you guys are in Ghana, but that's probably unlikely. You could be in the United States. You could be in the UK. What are we doing today? Oh, appreciate that, Cheffer. Thanks for being a sub. I'm working on a commission. So this is going to be a pretty long one that I want to stream the process of. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and create a backup of this. Whoa. What are we doing? Great minds. I mean, it is a bit confusing, I guess. This is different than what I think most people will do on stream to show the stage of a commission. No, I definitely want this on top of those. Why am I scared to do that? I practice equality, guys. I even covered the male nipple here. Daylight savings, 9 p.m. UK. That's a good time to catch a stream. Any recommendations on learning to monetize art, business of art course? I've thought of that. Yeah, it's I think things have changed so much, but there are some things that are pretty consistent, but I've definitely thought of doing that. I just didn't know if people would actually be interested. But I wouldn't have, the way I would do it is something a lot simpler. I don't want to make it this big deal, because I think it's just too, I wanted to actually help people, not be, oh, another guru with his course, Hey guys, my name's ergoJosh. You've probably seen my YouTube channel. I'm gonna make you all a millionaire. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't like that. Gosh, there's so much setup to this. Thank you guys for hanging out and being patient. I mean, probably most of you are artists, so. But yeah, part of it is also I've been thinking about doing like something that's just social media focused, instead of art career, because it's what I know how to do best, Because there's so many different ways to make money as an artist. Like, one thing I don't do that I could do a lot more is just go to local things, like conventions or stuff like that. But that's its own vibe, and it's a lot harder to do that digitally. Okay, I want to work on the direction of where they're looking first. If you're here, Yeva, were you, just to confirm, like you wanted the female character to be looking like the expression. I know you wanted the same, but do you want the same direction too, like up and to the right, or towards the male character? You're in Texas. It's hot here. Yeah, same here in Georgia. Free the nipple, yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Chief. Or Chef. You're deeply interested. You suck at the business side of art and just paint pretty pictures. Yeah, I think most of us do. Okay. As far as the throne goes, I'm getting a larger than life vibe. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna take a tiny break here and change the way my screen is laid out. This could break the stream. Like, not entirely, but we'll see. You guys can hear the music, right? Vizref. Remember you spent $10 for that a few days and Freeform came out. Yeah, but Freeform wasn't that great. I don't know if it's gotten any better, but yeah, it's... Oh, nice. Nothing broke. Good. Oh, this reminds me of the throne from Final Fantasy 15. Do I want them sitting on... Looking to the mail, okay. If you had to restart your social media, really cool 3-point dynamic. I think so too, yeah. That sounds pretty cool. The music is low? Okay. I'll pull it up a little bit more, because I can have it at a separate volume for myself, so it's hard to know sometimes. Where's the model that appears on the top right of the thumbnail? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Miggy. Yeah, it's like I didn't have this at a place where I wanted to put it as the thumbnail. Let me see. Do I have the model at the top right? What did the thumbnail look like again? Oh, no clue. That was just a random Pinterest reference. I need to get my my keyboard plugged in. Oh shit. This is gonna be tough. I didn't plan for plugging in my keyboard so that I can use that for the shortcuts. So I'll be drawing a little bit slower than usual. Oh, sorry, Yevon, what were you saying when you said, oh yeah, it does? What were you responding to? Oh, Final Fantasy 15, gotcha. The music is very low. Oh, I already read that. You use Hive to store your refs. What is that? I've never heard of that. Thanks, Migi. Yeah, I appreciate you can make it to the stream. You think there's lag or something? Oh, the timing? Like, there's probably a delay between when I see stuff and when I can respond, or do you mean like... there were some drop frames, but it's holding steady now. I can't believe how you've let AI steer away from your passion. Please, explain and expound on that. How did it lead you away from your passion? I'm curious. Did you just get like caught up in all like Mid-Journey and stuff? I'm just pulling up some other references on my phone here. You respond pretty quickly in chat. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, there's 3 settings. I don't know if you've ever streamed on YouTube before, but there's 3 settings. There's normal, low latency, and ultra low. And I'm on low latency, so it's decent, but it's not the best. But with ultra low latency, then I have to stream at a lower quality and it gets a lot blurrier. Oh, why am I struggling? I could just use the reference tool. Okay. Real quick. It made you want to draw less. Oh. Actually, I relate to that heavily. No, I feel you, man. Or it's something I might make a video on it, but to be honest, guys, I feel like just looking at this, right? Like the stuff in these references, There was a time where it's just like, when things were popping off with AI, I was like, okay, it's already been feeling bad for people who just want to illustrate and focused on single images, you know, just put in hours in rendering stuff. And I don't really think that's the case anymore. I don't think it's that black and white. I even made a video where it's like, oh, I'm not going to be doing realistic stuff anymore. I'm just going to be doing stylized stuff, right? That still holds true in a lot of senses, but doing illustrations just still feels really good. And it's like, I think part of what distracted me that might help some of you guys is I forgot about, like, you don't have to be a professional type of a commercial artist to do illustrations. You can, it's hard. Like, there's no map to becoming an independent illustrator, but you can still do that and not have to, like, be the Riot splash art type of artist. You know what I mean? And I think that people like that combined with I lost my train of thought. Oh no. But yeah, it's like you don't have to do that. The delay is like 20 to 30. I might sometimes be... Oh jeez. I might sometimes be drawing, and then I don't see chat, so that might be adding to the delay, because it should be like around 10 seconds. Wait, 20 to 30, damn. Yeah, I hope it's not that bad. Maybe someone can test. I'll just look at chat for a little bit. And then as soon as I see what Jadu just sent. So the moment that chat came up with the delay, I responded in less than a second. I got distracted when I saw something on my phone. The ultimate rule of streaming is you don't... Well, I mean, I can't really do that because I use my phone for references. But it's no biggie. Here looks normal? What do you mean? The delay? Yeah, I'd hope so. It might be getting... It's dependent on different people though too. That's always the case. The subject. The subject is. What would I say this subject is? It's a basically it's a Final Fantasy inspired illustration. That's just a very passionate embrace from for a male and a female character. Um, that's the best summary I can give you right now for everything. Romantic, yes, very much so. The guy looks a bit too gentle and soft in his expression. A lot of times in moments like these, I'm trying to decide the personality of the character, not just the actual anatomy and stuff. What do you think about using stroke stabilizer? If it helps you get the lines you want efficiently, yeah, sure. I don't think it's something that you have to like police yourself out of doing. Like I use it a lot. Like imagine if you have anxiety, should you just suffer? And if your hands shake, I think there's a name for that. It's not just anxiety. I've had that since I was like, the earliest time I remember was 11th grade in high school. Like I wasn't even nervous. I was just trying to be very delicate to do something with the physics experiment, and my hand was shaking. Like, yeah, if that's something that you're dealing with or experiencing, should you just struggle? You know, who cares? And my other reasoning to defend that is that digital art it's an approximation of the real physical work. You know, it's a lot easier to make good lines traditionally. So that's why those things are there. I'm really happy with her face already, but with his, I'm not. And the face really helps me visualize everything else. But I'm happier. Welcome, Randon. Yeah, it's been a while. I hope to definitely want to stream a lot more. Depends on the day. Sometimes you use it 50%, sometimes turned off, yeah. And then if you use Procreate, there's literally 3 different ways you can use it. You know what I mean? So there's 3 different settings. I kind of like the idea of it just being really tall. But no, I really want to get some perspective in this. I don't want it to be too flat. How's the arting coming along? I saw the F from the word feel from Jadu's message, and I read, how's the farting coming along? I'm like, what the hell? It's coming along pretty well. Thank you. Is that clear? Trying to do everything by yourself and overthinking is probably the most common counterproductive stuff you see. Yeah. I definitely have my fair share of doing that. I learned a really good lesson earlier this week. It just like it's like the same thing you always hear, but somebody said it in a different way. Like a lot of times people struggle because they don't delegate things to others, right? And I've always heard that, and I felt like, well, yeah, it must be nice to be able to find other people to help you, or it must be nice to hire other people, you know? But, or yeah, to have like the money to hire other people. But I realized that you can technically delegate things to yourself. And if you don't know what delegate means, it basically is just you hand off a certain bit of work for someone else to do. And so you can delegate something to your future self. You can say, my future self will do this, right? Instead of thinking that you have to do everything today. It's a bit advanced because some people will just call that procrastination, but there are many people like myself that will just try to do everything at once, you know? Just try to... I have to do it all in one day because there's so much to do. It's like, no, you don't always have to do that. Cool thing about this throne is that it's gonna have faces on it. I need to get the perspective right. You're absolutely guilty of that one? Yeah. Someone who quit his job? Oh Lord. My instinct is just to say don't do it. Don't quit your job. How recently did you quit your job? Because my advice is usually to, you don't want to be building something from a place of scarcity and having to rush. It's really, really detrimental and unhealthy. I can actually speak to that. You gotta trust future self first, right? See, but that's the thing. The only way you can trust future self is by giving future self a chance to be trustworthy. So that's what I've been dealing with too. A lot of times it's been so hard to say, hey, I'm gonna do this, because I hate not knowing if I'm gonna feel okay enough to do it. Like recently I've been struggling with insomnia, right? It's been wild. I'm pretty sure I've had a breakthrough, but you know, something like insomnia, it takes time to actually find out if what you discovered is actually the thing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, like it sucked big time to not be able to say, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, because I don't know if I'm gonna get 2 hours of sleep. I really hope I think I'll be alright. It was crazy to me when I found out, like, Proko's, I don't know if his account got a strike or something because of nudity or something like that. I think it was a long time ago, but that was the day I truly started to look at YouTube differently. I was like, okay, they're going in a direction here. If they're gonna try to strike like the #1 art education account or channel. Like, are you kidding me? Like the most, I don't know if it's #1. I mean, it's just how it feels to me. Like, you know, anatomy, you go to Proco, right? Like, there's so much free content. It was shocking. Like I had a run-in with YouTube getting a warning, right? And it was valid, you know, looking back. I really wish I didn't stream that, but I did. I think I was getting too used to how free and just how lenient they were on Twitch compared to YouTube. But the warning, like, it's funny, a warning theoretically never goes away. So because they assign a punishment to a warning, it was permanent. So I was permanently unable to use certain YouTube features until they made a change across the platform. It was wild. I don't know if it was a strike. It could have been a video got took down, but it was because of God, I really hope I'm not remembering the wrong channel, but I'm pretty sure. It was around the idea of like a video or a channel where you would just go through gestures and they would rotate the gesture references, like something like this, every few minutes. And it's like, come on. The context matters here, people. But again, I don't, it's not that bad because what it seems to be, and this could change, so don't take my word for it, but YouTube seems more interested in, wait, why is this not working? YouTube seems more interested in photos. When it comes to drawings, it's like they're not as strict, but if it's a photograph, yeah. But then at the same time, it's like, why are they more lenient for different categories of stuff, like music videos or I don't even want to say that I'm aware of this. There's a certain category of stuff that would never be acceptable, but, you know, let's just say maternal content. Like, they're forgiving for that because it has a purpose, right? There's a clear intention there that's helpful for a lot of people. But when it's anatomy drawing videos and people are trying to study, it's like they don't give them that same you know, grace. But I do appreciate the fact that YouTube's been cracking down on so much AI channels. They recently made it a lot harder to make money from YouTube, though, by raising the amount of views you have to be able to get every year. Educational value. Yeah, there we go. That's the correct term. Oh, I missed some of chat. Let me read it. Sorry, guys. Oh, thanks, Gardery. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You saw a portfolio animation project and it made you realize how overwhelming the stuff is for one guy. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, honestly, that's why I have my take on AI. Like, it's very complex. Like, there's a video going around on Reddit about how they made like somebody made a, you know, the tagline is GTA 6 in 24 hours, and it's pretty incredible. But then when you read it, it's like obviously it took them longer than 24 hours. There was a lot of trial. There was some trial and error. Obviously, it's it's a pre-alpha probably, I think, version of the game. Obviously it's not GTA 6. It's just, a game that looks like it. And the person had to know a lot of stuff about making games in the first place. And so it's like it just shows you, it takes thousands of employees working at Rockstar to be able to do that, right? Like to make a game for years to be able to do that. The fact that AI could give you something like that with some skill, I guess, is helpful. But it's tricky because it's like I saw some people commenting, if you go to game forums, right? Like, and I'm pretty sure this is true. You'll be wanting to make a game and then you'll give up because you had to spend months learning about shaders, right? Talk about character design, the story, the actual animation, and then shaders and the technology for that. There's so much. So obviously the obvious solution is just like, well, hire somebody who knows about shaders. But it's like, if you're an indie gamer, that's not always an option. But then you could say, what about other people who've made their own games like all at once? And it's like, well, maybe not everyone is as talented as the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's. So it's yeah. But I don't think video games are really going to be replaced with AI anytime soon. Video games take a lot of work. They take a lot of work. They still take studios several years to make. With hundreds or thousands of employees, it still takes them so long. The amount of decision making and teamwork, it's something that is especially uniquely human. Not even animals can do that. You start giving a friend of yours art homework because he needed help with studying. It was actually pretty cool seeing the progress. That's awesome. It must feel really fulfilling. See, stuff like that is, I think, that could be more important than getting all the likes. Wait, why does the girl have 6 fingers? Oh my god, you scared me. No, how dare you, Husky? What are you talking about? I was like, no, did I do this again? I have a habit of doing that sometimes. You also get to remember some stuff while you give them some classes. Yeah, teaching is an extremely good way to learn. That's the actual grift of my YouTube channel. No, I hear you, Jadu. It's like, I think it's very hard not to be conflicted with AI. I recently had an experience with, take a supplement here. But yeah, I recently had an experience that was like, it was pretty shocking. It basically, it left me with this question, like, why why is it that humans are creating essentially the most non-human thing in existence? Like, when you like look at the dark abyss of what AI can be like, it's, I almost want to say a rock or a piece of wood is more human than the AI. It's weird, right? Like, because the rock and the piece of wood aren't trying not to be human. That's the thing. They're not trying their best not to be human. But an AI is the one thing that can actually do that. And how crazy is it that a human would be the thing to create it? I'll just let you ponder that and not get into the details. So that was one vote towards the people who see it as like the spawn of Satan. I was like, okay, I see y'all's point. But the primary output is to make low effort quality slop. Yeah, it's, again, like when I look at that, I want people to see that these are your fellow people on the planet. It's not the AI. The scam industry is, what is it? It's probably one of the top 3 or 4 industries on the planet. It's just billions of dollars lost to scams. Like, so many people feel like they have to cheat and steal and lie and deceive to get what they need. Existential questions part of the stream. Yep, that's what you come for to hear from ergoJosh. We'll always get there. There's some details I can't quite draw yet. Okay, I need to do an alternate version of this where I can play with. Okay, there's not enough space. Let's duplicate it. Oh, for those of you who are interested in the thumbnail illustrations, these are some sketches I was doing recently. I was gonna post them on Instagram, but I wanna, speaking of AI and all this stuff, I wanna try doing something. I wanna try making a broadcast channel so that I can just share some stuff without having to worry about it doing well and for the algorithm and all that crap. If I want to have a good recording of this, I just need to copy and paste it, actually. So, best way to do that . The problem is I want to make a file that's a certain size, but Procreate's going to reduce the quality of it. Damn, I can have a lot of layers or a huge canvas. Let me see the ratio of this. I want to make it as close to, let's make it 8 by 5. So 8 divided by 5, 1.6 times 7, 1,831. See if we can do a 12,000 wide canvas. Okay, let's see if this breaks Procreate here. Awesome. I love this new feature in the most recent Procreate update. You can select layers like this. You can pick one and then select another one and then another one, and then tap and hold, drag them, then tap gallery while you still have your finger here. And then usually you used to just drag it over like this, but that's not how you do it anymore. You just tap, you keep one finger on the screen and then you tap, and then you can release it, and then it copies them over it. And it's the exact same size that I wanted. CSP time. I almost started the stream in Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, they just released that feature. They've always kind of had it, but they made it more robust. I just wonder, I mean, I know they're working hard, but I'm like, why don't they do more little quality of life updates like that? Like, one of the things I really want is like the ability to, like, you see how this is the rotation thing? Like, to be able to change the point from which it rotates. Like, they could easily just have a dot in the center, you know? Like, they did this at a certain point. That's pretty cool. You feel like this because profit is motivation. If your priority is to make the most money, yeah. For the least input. Damn, I always read these questions at the wrong time. Hey, Saharu. Yes, I am doing awesome. Thank you. Yeah, this is definitely one of the better art sessions. I'm just working on a commission for a client here. Let's see. On dreams. Oh, I thought you were just asking me about dreams in general. Procreate, yeah, I haven't used it in a while, but I really like how it... Oh yeah, they just released that new update. I think that might make it... There's an animation I want to finish. Let me see, can I open it up? There's an animation I want to finish, but it's just... It was so difficult with the flipbook thing that they did. I don't know if it'll be okay to show on stream, that animation. Where is it? It's this one. I can show it small like that, but... Yeah, it's been so long, I don't even know which one of these files is the most up to date. I can show this part. Yeah, I'm trying to like do hair. God, this is so difficult. This is so freaking difficult. Like, I realize I really just have to start over. I feel like hair is one of those things, like, once you get it, you get it. But, yeah. Okay, back to this. I want to adjust this to where their legs are. point circular rotation, yeah. The beauty of geometry. What's the best tutorial video for Procreate? You get lost. You need to lasso select more, but it's only one at a time. Do you mean like you want to be able to do stuff like that? You can do multiple selections and save them. But I would just recommend looking at a lot of them on YouTube. Like, that's how I learned a lot of stuff. I just watch all the tutorials. Well, maybe that's not the best thing, because then you're just going to get stuck copying tutorials over and over. You like its simplicity, but you feel like it lacks robustness. Yeah, I feel you there. To open your gallery, I was not intending to do that. Definitely not my intention. I thought it would go back to Procreate. So, but yeah, I don't have a problem with the images that came up, so it's all good. Oh, but yeah, as a streamer, you gotta plan ahead for stuff like that. You make a mistake once and you never do it again. Or a content creator, rather. Hey, the real Alpha Uzaru. It's like AutoCAD. Oh, got another fellow architect in here. They give you bits of quality of life. Gartic phone? Oh yeah. The only time I've done something like that was, I think it was a website that was made to just do the full, just to draw only by itself. But that was on Twitch. I didn't know people still played that. I thought that was only in the COVID times, like, you know, when everyone was online. Maybe I put his foot like this. All right. This is when you pull out the forbidden technique, draw through. But yeah, guys, next time I may not be streaming from my iPad for this because it's just going to be a huge pain not to be able to use my keyboard. I will try to see if I can plug in my keyboard and stream at the same time. Oh, wait, what am I saying? I'll probably just use my camera. Yeah, I won't stream the screen directly, but the good thing is you'll be able to see my hands. Magma, yeah, that was the app I used. The anime Count of Monte Cristo is your favorite. Oh, nice. I actually haven't seen it. You ratchet the DVD. Wait. Before bed for... You watched the DVD before bed? I was like, is ratchet a new slang for downloading? Mostly on YouTube, Brandon. Why do you ask? Because I've been thinking about trying Twitch again, but it just adds a lot to get back to it. You know what I mean? Um, the thing I oh wait, I shouldn't be showing that shit. That one's too. Um, what was I gonna say? The thing I miss about streaming on Twitch though is being able to actually like stream with music that I listen to when I'm actually working on stuff. Like this is just a relaxing go-to that, you know, most people can vibe with and isn't going to get me copyright claimed. But YouTube has been getting more and more strict with that. YouTube mod zoom enhance. No. Ratchet means piracy. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, you just don't want to miss it? Oh, cool. Yeah. Do I have any other work hobbies? Hobbies, I guess cooking. I've gotten really good at, or yeah, I've gotten really into cooking lately. Um, I started learning how to use a cast iron skillet. It's been very, very challenging. You have to baby that thing. I've had 2 pretty big accidents already where it just gets stripped of all of its, like, basically if you're not careful, the pan will basically look like you rubbed a graphite pencil all over it. And if you touch it, your finger is going to look like it's going to have iron shavings all over it. Right? Like, and that would probably be pretty toxic to eat. Gonna mask his legs because they're distracting me. Oh, what's up, Ahmed? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming in. Rare steak on the skillet. Yeah. Man, getting a sear on that thing is the most satisfying thing ever. I love cooking beef on it. Hope you've been doing well, man. Thank you, Hannah. Do the benefits outweigh the effort? Yes. Yeah, for sure. It's like you can cook anything with it, and oh my god, I watched so many videos on the benefits. Like, first, it lasts a long time. This is a bit iffy, but you can get a little bit of extra iron in your food if you know that's something that interests you. What else? It's very, very durable. There are certain things that are easier to cook and certain things that are harder to cook because it retains heat so well. Iron nutrition. Yeah. Wait, what's my advice for learning, for a traditional artist learning digital? What's the best way to find what feels like a completely new workflow? I would, like, my instinct is to just say to have fun with something that's, like, don't try to make some big, impressive new piece of art. Um, Let me see. From traditional. Yeah, I never. When I started out, this is hard because it was literally over, like, what, 12 years ago when I had my first tablet. I already was doing things that I would never do traditionally. I think that might be good. Try to do something that you've never done traditionally. But also, if you want to be technical, you can learn about the limitations. Because, like, the way you think about colors, right? What traditional media are you familiar with, Alpha Zero? You've been seeing more art streams from artists you follow on YouTube. Oh, awesome. Yeah, YouTube, I mean, I think YouTube's been getting a lot better at the way it offers streams. You could have no music at all on stream and create one with those links. Yeah, but then most people aren't going to do that, though. Pencil, color pencil, watercolors, gouache. Is it gouache or gouache? Yeah, I did the first two a lot, and then only a very little bit. I was very stubborn. I didn't like how watercolor was so difficult to control. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. Gouache. don't know if you're still here, Ahmed, but have you been, speaking of hobbies, I think I remember seeing you had like a drum set. How's that been going? I haven't touched an instrument since middle school. Alright, guys, be right back. I need to use the restroom. French spelling bee must suck. Honestly, I bet there's a funny YouTube video about that. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. What up, what up, what up? I have returned. I lied, I did not just go to the restroom. I went to heat up some dinner because I realized I was getting really hungry and I'm not gonna be able to draw well if I'm hungry. That's a pro tip for you guys too. Trying to draw while you're starving, it's not gonna work. But in the meantime, I can tell you about something crazy that happened this morning. What's for dinner? I ordered out. I ordered pork belly donburi because when I went downstairs this morning, suddenly I realized the entire floor was invaded by ants. Overnight, they planned an invasion. I saw the signs, but I didn't think much of it. It was like, okay, you know, the annual home owner checkup people are here. They're gonna fill in the gaps for the doors. That was a couple weeks ago. You know, they cleaned up some of the settlements in the walls or whatever, called like pop nails or whatever. I didn't think much of it. It's like, okay, finally, I won't see any more random ants. But they were scouting. The entire time, they were just looking for, okay, there's food over here. Because I cook on, you know, downstairs. There's some food over here. And I just woke up and there was tons of them. Completely derailed my entire day for like 3 hours. Because turns out, you know, Georgia fire ants, they're sturdy. Like, if you try to crush one with your finger, like, you'll feel it resist you. Like, they're strong. And it makes sense. Like, I was trying to do some research and it was like, nope. These ants don't care about sugar. They want protein. They want protein and fats. Like, no wonder they're so strong. And no wonder they invaded me, because that's what I cook all the time. And so, yeah, I had to drive around and find them the right stuff to exterminate them. And then, like, you know, avoid downstairs for a bit. Yeah, it was crazy. And I'd like to think I keep it pretty clean, but, you know, it is what it is, so. It ended up being perfect, because at the end of the day, the pest control that I got requires water to be poured on top of it, the outdoor one, and it rained, so it was perfect. Right, Renan? They got jealous. Not the ants, right? Yeah. What was so jarring is, like, there were so many different sizes of them, too. But it turns out Vaseline is an excellent way to block them, like, in a pinch. And then they don't like cornstarch. So those two things helped before I could get the, like, real heavy-duty stuff. Because they didn't sell that at the local grocery. Diatomaceous earth. Yeah, I used to have that. But I'm pretty sure they don't sell that at the local grocery either. I need to order that because that has a lot of uses. Okay. Why is the BRB screen? I didn't take that off. They tried to move in, right? The whole family. I think what happened, because it's like, my habits haven't changed. This entire year, I've been living the same way. I didn't have any problems with ants. I think what happened was, like, they did some construction. They added some new pipe, like, lines or cables near my place, and I think they disturbed the soil. and that's what did it. When they disturbed the soil, I think some colonies got shifted. Excuse me. Right, exactly. Oh man, that feels so much better. Just need to eat a little bit more. You need to Procreate, you're trying to learn the system. The references are, this is another app called Vizref. With iOS or iPad OS 26, you can just pull the corner like this when it's a full screen app and just tap at the corner and then you pull up Procreate and then you can resize it. Oh, but if you're talking about this one, this is not the iPad. This is my my MacBook. This is an app called PureRef. No, Randon, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it was totally a soil disturbance. Because they use these weird pumps to dig the tunnels. Some steak juice. That definitely happened. Oh, flipping the canvas made me realize that pose wasn't working that well. I am having the most difficult time visualizing his leg here. No problem, Black Fox. Shark ants. God, that would be horrific. I'm really proud of myself, though. I don't think I got bit a single time, so that's good. It's time to pull up my feet reference board on Pinterest. Sorry guys, can't show you that. I came looking for man's foot. Feet. Oh, wait, is that? Yes, very important. I didn't know you were still here, Yevon. does not look like she's sitting on the chair. Or the throne. Oh my god, you can't use the straight line tool in Procreate? That's cheating, Josh. You're here for the whole stream. Oh, I appreciate it. No free fee in this economy, right? Okay, this one, I feel like the composition is working. It still feels like he's holding her over the edge. You're getting charged $6.99 a month. That's not bad. The Genshin? Oh, thanks, Moose. YouTube's been getting so much more strict about like the copyrighted music stuff. Like something I've been using the past speaking of Final Fantasy, some Final Fantasy music I've been using for like 4 or 5 years straight. I can't use it anymore. Doing a very simple like blocking, like imagine like a low poly video game version of the chair or the throne. There's this new thing called Music GPT. Oh, AI generated music? See, but it'll probably be annoying. I don't know if I could listen to that for hours. Unless, now that would be hella helpful. I'm sorry, but if there was an AI that could find a huge list of just guaranteed not copyrighted music. The board, it's if you want to see the spelling, it's in the description of this stream, but this one is Vizref, V-I-Z-R-E-F, and then whoops, sorry, I hit the microphone. This one's called Pure Ref, P-U-R-E-R-E-F. Both are free. I know there's a free version of Vizref, but yeah. PureRef is definitely free. Yeah, they just let you donate if you want to. Yeah, I'm kind of a music. I kind of appreciate music too much to just want to have AI generated music on my stream. I mean, I haven't really caught up with that, but it also hasn't been that impressive just yet. I wonder how musicians are dealing with this stuff. Cuz like I feel like musicians should have it a bit easier than like us visual artists, cuz music is extremely that's already been extremely when it comes to copyright protection and all that, like music is way ahead of 2D images. They have automatic recognition. They use AI to copyright and protect the real work, you know. They've been doing that. That's basically what the automatic algorithm is. It's an AI that finds out if you're using music from something that's copyrighted, and then it sends, you know, then you're not able to monetize it. All right, see you, Rannon. Yeah, I'm glad you can make it too. Oh, damn, I didn't realize I was changing the gain on my microphone. Am I still just as loud as normal, guys, or... Whoops. Let me know if I'm too loud. They can rely on live performance as well, which isn't as easy as a visual artist, right? Yeah, it is. That's something that's been so hard to try to bring to the art world, if that makes sense. It's like the concept of like this being a performance. This like in this stream, this is a good example. It's not the artwork, it's the whole thing. But this is such a rare, unique experience that, you know, just to be frank, it does not really, you know, it's not paying the bills, so to speak, as much as actually, you know, doing a commission or selling a piece of art in a gallery or what have you, or doing some freelance work. It's about the final product. It's always about the final product. But a dance, music, it's not the final product, it's the whole thing. And I've always wondered, why does it seem like that's like visual art can't have that unless, you know, it's a huge thing that we put together in terms of like a video game or a film, right? throne looks really big. I'll worry about that later. Oh, no worries, Regal. Ask away. On top of on our AI art reference images, like a drop in the pan of images from multiple sources. Oh, like, I mean, this was provided by the client. I think it's AI generated. So like, I guess that's what you're talking about, like basically this right here, where there's fine art, there's all sorts of actual, art completed by artists, and then there's something like this that's kind of like a generic asset. It's going to be extremely polarizing. I think it depends, like the argument against this that I just feel like is kind of weak is that, oh, by having this here, I am basically, if I were to have, selected this for myself, I am basically supporting it, and it contributing to global warming and all these resources being lost and theft and all that. But the argument I think is more compelling against it is like, oh, you're gonna study and learn things that aren't really good. There are mistakes here, too much detail, it's uneven, there's no story, it's not really that good balance of level of detail, like big, medium, small shapes. If you were to study this a lot, you would pick up some not so good things, and it's harder to see, and there's no thinking, right? There's thinking that you can study. You can see the artist's intention. That, I think, is the most compelling argument. So it becomes a depends kind of thing. Like, if you're able to actually discern that, that's good. But if you're not, it's better to try to find, just take pride in your references. Almost as if it's part of the artwork itself. But even that argument, I feel like it gets messy because people use it for the same thing as like people say you should never study artists' work too closely or trace their work, and I'm like, no. Because the excuse there is always, oh, you're gonna pick up their mistakes. It's like, well, nobody's perfect. You're gonna grow. I've studied and copied a lot of artists. I've traced a ton of like Glenn Keane's stuff and studied it. I've studied Ross Strauss's stuff. But my stuff doesn't look like theirs. So yeah, that's my answer. Okay, that's good to hear, Jadu. You're somewhere in between beginner and intermediate when it comes to art. Just wondering if I ever get to the point where you stop using primitives to construct. I think that really depends on you and I think it depends on your mileage and your own natural ability. Like, you see, I'm using primitives here, right? Like, to block it out. I'm using a lot of guidelines. But there are artists who don't need to do any of that. Now, if I had been drawing more often, if I had been really focused on studying every single day, I can do that less and less. If I'm not streaming, for example, and I can focus a bit more, a little bit less anxiety, worry about you know, that's just latent in the background, that's kind of frazzling the brain. Yeah, I can do that a little bit better, but it's a spectrum of things. And then it's like, how fast do you want to figure something out or be able to work through it? Are you, if I was if I was copying one of these references just one to one, I wouldn't have to block things out nearly as much. But if I'm trying to invent something, yeah, there's a lot more of it. So I wouldn't try to worry about it being something you have to stop doing. You can shoot for that goal. I think that's great. But, yeah, I wouldn't try to like, because it can become something that's really frustrating and you start to judge yourself for it. When what matters is the experience and the final illustration. I think for this, I'm just gonna have to change the pose. I mean, change the location of where she's at. But for this one, oh. You love art because it's expressive and you can convey and come up with any ideas and expressions and feelings. Yeah, that's awesome. Right, yeah. You know artists who don't use any construction lines, but you ask how they always say you should use them. But when you ask, they always say you should. Yeah, that's pretty good. Use them until you just find them too annoying and you just stop. Yeah, like in my situation, the commissioner is providing it. Like I have no issues. Like why? Uh, it's gonna rub. I mean, why do I care? Look at the videos I put out recently, but yeah, some people won't like it, but it's the commissioner. You know, I'm not gonna be up my ass about it and be like, could you please not use any references like this? You know, and like be preachy and judge them. Like, that's one way somebody could use AI art and still support an artist. Like, hey, this is a better idea of what I want, but I want a human to do it. Because I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like if artists could just get paid for the effort and the creativity they put into these things, that would be a really good start. If we get credit for that. Vizref mask? What do you mean? It still work. Oh, that one? Yeah, I just did it on purpose because I don't... For me to get it to fit, it's smaller for me to look at. I want it to be bigger. I need to figure out a better way to do this because it's like, it's pretty, but for me, the window is just too small. Like the way OBS works, my streaming software works, it's different. I think I can let go of this being so perfectly 3D though, to be honest. Like when I look at Klimt and some of these other artists, some things can kind of become 2D. And if I'm gonna do this perspective, I need to make this a bit more fisheye looking. So yeah, let's make this, let's just call this opt 1. And this one, opt 2. Would I do live studies in practice? Like live streams where I'm studying in practice? Yeah. I used to do those a lot, but I think what happens is like, I probably wouldn't get as nervous about them, but then I feel like I get stuck doing too many of those and don't like do illustrations that I care more about. I just have to be very intentional about it. But I think it'd be pretty good. I'm glad you could catch one of my streams too, hey. The stream schedule? Not at the moment, no, but I plan to stream more often. Like I'm actually... I want to stream tomorrow, but I'm not entirely sure. Because it's kind of a random time. But I don't know, what if weekends worked for me? We'll see. You recommend Cosmic Princess Kaguya is a very good anime. It's most expressive and extremely entertainingly well put together. Okay, cool. It's on Netflix. Ah, okay. I don't have Netflix at the moment. I think I've seen it, like, not seen it, but, you know, seen the title page for it. Is Vizref better than the default Procreate reference? Yes. I mean, the thing is, you can't replace the default Procreate reference tool though, because like the cool thing about it is I can put it over here and see how things look at a really tiny scale while I'm zoomed in, and then I can look at a reference like this while I'm focused here. You can't do that with this without like manually organizing everything. So yeah, I like both. Oh, no worries, Tatham Beast. Yeah, I'll definitely try to let you know. I want to do more, like that's something I want to do with my Instagram broadcast thing. I need to set that up. That way I can tell people there, and then of course here on YouTube in my community page, but people don't really see that sometimes. It's like only certain channels like people look at the community page for, you know. Alright, I feel like I'm at a good stopping point, but before I go, I want to try just using the liquify tool on them right here. This is like a cheap way to do fisheye lens, but you gotta actually scale some things up and down and adjust the perspective. No, that would be a lot more work. I'd have to redraw this for the most part. No, I think her body could handle it. I think her body looks fine. But this leg is way too small. Is it? Yeah, I'd have to redraw some of this. Do I sell art, by the way? Very rarely in person. Usually only commissions. You try finding good references for the idea, but it's hard to find things that aren't AI. Or you need a general object. Pinterest still has a lot of non-AI stuff. You just have to make sure you never click on them. Newer users, maybe, that's for sure. If you're a newer user, yeah. If you have if you have thousands of images saved that aren't AI, then it probably is better at giving you non-AI stuff. Yes, I am ending Jadu. Just finishing up the chat. Like the change in perspective? Thank you, I appreciate it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I was gonna get your feedback, but I wanted to, if there's one you know that you like a lot more already, but I was just gonna make sure I explored, like made sure I gave them both a good shot. You lost access to the Procreate course. Yes, it's still gonna take some time to get that course back, because basically Squarespace has just been kind of a nightmare to keep up. The prices that they charge, the way they handle the videos, it's just been insane. So I'm still working on getting things back and accessible somewhere else. But yeah, it's gonna take some time to prioritize that. I'm sorry about that, guys, because I know, people use it at different paces, like people follow the course at different paces. What brushes do I use? All that is in the description, and the app is called Vizref. But the brushes I use are my own brushes called the ergoSKETCH Brushpack 4.0. You can get them on my Gumroad page. Like, yeah, that's another example. Like, I've been transitioning a lot of stuff to Gumroad itself because they host a lot of that stuff. You like the one on the left with the change perspective. You think it might help with the focal point on the subjects when the details come? Yeah, I think you're right. Because there's a lot of stuff, going on in the background I hinted at. No worries, Hiei. Yeah. tried to send an email to everyone who was still working on it, but that will be all for tonight's stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This is awesome. I hope a lot of you got some good drawing in. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, y'all. Have a great rest of your weekend.